It's funny, like having the pillow behind me and trying to make it seem like a background. But that ain't gonna work. But these are soft pillows. Like I say, I like these soft pillows. Very good. But anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome to we're live for WFSO Aftermath. I know I did the show last week, but like in recent weeks, I didn't do it. Just been busy with like at the time there was the playoffs going on and like other stuff going on. Her words, not mine. But anyways, yeah, I heard you said. That's what I said. Your words, not mine. Yes, I do. What do you mean someone have to? Yeah, you say that now. But anyway, so I know I haven't been, posting up, news that I find out about like right away, like with the Page situation and with Flair Jones and Vince McMahon to find one more match and a few other stuff that we're going to talk about tonight as well. So we're mostly just going to talk about the news. Um, One thing is like it was a lot of shows going on today, and like for you guys that that in Wisconsin, it was like a Al Snow weekend, you might well say, because he was at the Happy Eight collections on Southridge, signing autographs and photo ops. Also, he did the same thing in I think it was in Kenosha, some something like GNC, like like a vitamin place. So it was something like that that he was at yesterday. Not yeah, yesterday. And today he did a show for JLCW. So it was a big weekend for the past 2 weekends. Of course, like Monday Night Raw was in Green Bay. Um, Road Dogg was around all weekend here and like in doing shows in Wisconsin as well. And especially Monday, he had this past Monday before on Raw, he had like a meet and greet. So yeah, that's going on. Um, Especially it was a big one this weekend, but like in Minnesota. So I didn't put it up yet, but I'm gonna put it up tonight. That Drew McIntyre is having a meet and greet at a cricket store in Minnesota. She said she's on her way, but I think the place is like close to Minneapolis because SmackDown is gonna be in Minneapolis this Friday. So kind of like a little bit of a Midwest thing they had going on for like Raw and SmackDown. Although SmackDown wasn't there this past Friday, they were in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So yeah, just going all over the place, and just sucks that they won't be back here on. Well, Raw won't be here until December 12th. So we've been to like a few Raws. They've been okay, and but it's always good to go there live because it's always good, and their number one rated show, if you want to call it that. But that's not what it is right now. But anywho, trying to see. Yeah, it's just been a like big weekend for wrestling in Wisconsin for the this week. Well, this weekend and this past weekend. Ooh, hiccups. Anything happens live. So NWA had like 2 weekends weekend shows that happen. Probably, I think like the one they had tonight is, I think it's about over, and they had the Always Ready pay per view where Matt Cardona has to relinquish the NWA title, and it was reported that he's going to be out from was like 3 to 5 months. So it was a good idea for them to take that title off of him, especially if he's not going to be there that long. I don't like what AEW does. Like we have an intern champion until he comes back or something like that. If y'all didn't heard, CM Punk did, was out with a foot injury, which happened during his match. I think it was last Wednesday. And not this past Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. Then I think it came out was that Friday that he has to get surgery on his foot. Like I don't get with these interns and all that stuff. Like it's just like just saying that we do like the indie show and one of the people that's been champion has been injured, so we're gonna get a intern champion. No, you make a tournament or you do something, which NWA did do. They didn't do a tournament, but they did like a fatal four way for the NWA World Title. We will get to that in a minute. But like with I don't know. I don't get the intern thing. I really don't. It, well, they know what I mean. No, it's fine. But it just like don't understand it. Don't like it. Because I know they have to do it in UFC, but the difference is you're not UFC, right? Wrestling that supposed to make sense, but just the point is no, no interns or nothing. Do you think like the NBA would have like an intern champion if if let's just say Golden State wins it, then maybe like they get a plane back home. Let's just say they won it all in Boston. They get a plane back home and suddenly, boom, the plane exploded and they all die. Like exactly, that doesn't make sense. They will still be champions because they fairly won until a new champion is crowned during next year's playoffs. Oh yeah, I'm making that a guarantee that they will win it. Depending on the moves they do, I will make a video about that like before the season starts. That depending on who they get, so hopefully they get some good people. And like I said, there's people that I'm interested in that they should be getting from the draft, and I think they should not trade their draft pick. That's just me. Um, for like get somebody for the draft. And I will in a bit because I can talk about both basketball and wrestling on here too. So yeah, that was okay. What are you doing anyway? Okay. And too bad some of y'all wasn't, there at the Wauwatosa where we were doing, a March of Dimes thing. We was with March of Dimes doing the event with them. Yeah, it was kind of fun. Had some people come by, manage memory table, say hi, and get some free stuff. So I know she's gonna be doing another event, so it'll be. She did get asked if she was a mermaid because the hair. That was pink and blue. It looks blue to me. Um, come on back up here. Come on, Ferris. If you want to call fabulous, fearless, everything. Yes, it did. But if they, if, like I said, if the Bucks do all the right moves, I will say and guarantee that they will win it next year. Part of me thinks I should say it now, but I'm just gonna wait till all the pieces fall in line, and we'll see how that goes. It will probably will be on like a Milwaukee Bucks preview, but we'll see. And I'll apologize. I didn't think this was gonna happen right now, but I will be right back. Yep. Oh, you ran back in there? Why? 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 I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with wanting mama, but I just thought she would have stayed. It shows how much she likes me. That's kind of true. Well, it can't be. She's there now. But I'm back. She ain't gonna come back to me. Probably gonna try to get her. Gotta look at them other ones. Oh, Mindy, stop. That's your sister. My dogs. I will show y'all them. So there they are. Although Mindy just gave me the let me look in. Daisy over there just relaxing. So yeah, y'all probably gonna end up seeing more of them in the future videos too. They all buy me. Oh, okay. But yeah, but I wait till all the pieces fall off, and I probably will do like a September video or something like that. It may be live or it may not be. It'll be pre-recorded. It all depends, but we'll see. But if they do the right moves, and or if they don't do much of anything at all, but just hope like the other players improve, like Grayson Allen and probably Bobby Porter is going to improve. Like he had a great season, but just a little bit, a little bit kind of down in the playoffs. So hopefully all that will change this coming season. But Enough about that. Back to what I was talking about. We're on wrestling with this interim crap. I just really don't get it. Should not be an intern. You're not UFC. Only thing UFC is worried about is WWE being competition. That's it. They're not worried about everybody else. They're not even UFC ain't even worried about the other MMA shows that goes on. They ain't worried about them. Unless you like connected with like ESPN, Fox. I don't know they still do shows on Fox, but yeah, they got them too. So UFC ain't got nothing to worry about. But anyways, I'm gonna look for this results from last. I can't say what. Oh, somebody retired. We will get to that too later. So, like I explained with the always ready, Zack Ryder had to relinquish the NWA title. So, yeah, they got, you see, we got one, two, three, four, five titles. Um, let's see. Oh, they had a pre-show. Okay. So, Ryan Mack defeated Jake Dumas. The Mortons defeated AJ and Anthony Andrews, and but okay, look at that tag match. Aaron Stevens versus Trevor Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch did win by pinfall, and after that, Aaron Stevens. Well, I guess it was mentioned that it would be Aaron Stevens' last match with NWA, and he just out of formerly known as Damien Sandow. So maybe WWE made him an offer or something like that. Who knows? So we'll see. The women's tag team championship. The Hex with Alyssa Kay and Marty Bell versus Pretty Empowered, which is the team of Illa Indy and Kenzie Page. Who won that one? So like Cutter to Marty. Others chose the fray before being sent out of the ring. Illa has the championship belt. Referee takes it off her. Illa delivers a. I don't understand it. If a woman does give you another woman low blow, how does that feel?
Painful.
So it was still hurt.
Oh God, yes. Because it hits mainly our pubic bone, which then kind of folds in all your girly bits like your flappers and painful as balls.
I didn't think it would be painful at all.
Huh?
I didn't think that would be painful at all.
Yeah, it's painful.
Wow. You learn something new every day. Yes.
It's going around after I recover.
Right after you recover, I would have been gone. The next thing you know, I come back to bed, and suddenly early in the morning she gets me off the language. But anyways, sorry about this. It's acting a little bit funny. I have to reset it so I can go back to where I was. Um, there we go. Okay. Junior heavyweight championship. So I guess it's kind of like a cruiserweight. Let's see who. Okay, Homicide did retain by pinfall. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, he had another match. Homicide defended the junior heavyweight title again against Kobe Carino. for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship. So Homicide wins that. So yeah, hope some money. Yeah, your Homicide is props. Taya Valkyrie versus Taya Markova Terrell. Y'all ain't familiar with Taya Terrell. She was once in Impact. So does Tanya, but I thought she was going to be. But Tanya Valkyrie is also, she made her NWA debut. So interesting. Natalia Markova did win the match by a pinfall. So maybe it was like kind of dirty tactics. So okay, Jack Stane versus Chris Adonis, also known as Chris Masters, for the NWA National Heavyweight Championship, kind of like their second in command title. And Jack Dane did win it by pinfall. I think he was the one that took off Chris Adonis and like maybe a couple pay-per-views back. Not sure, but I know he was the one that took it off of him. Okay, Sion with Austin Idol versus Tom Lavender. For those of you who don't know who Lavender is, and I think it's supposed to be like Thomas or something like that. So um, Lavender won by pinfall in the NWA. Of course, I haven't. Versus men for the NWA World Television Championship. You see, oh yeah, I don't know about this one. The Rebellion, Vista 666 and Mecha Wolf versus Commonwealth Connection. Would that would be a team of Doug Williams and Rivers Rodolph's son for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. And I already know who won. It was that's good. Camille versus King King for the NWA World Women's Championship, and Camille still women's champion. She won by pinfall. And Kimmy finished the match with the spear. See, oh, now they're on that situation with Cardona got a fatal four way. So it's supposed to be Nick Aldis supposed to face on Matt Cardona. So so it ended up being a fatal four way. So it was Don Ladner and Trevor Murdoch. They both won their matches earlier. And making the debut of Samuel Shaw, y'all know him as Dexter Loomis on it. It would have been cool to see that match, but either way, we were being guaranteed a new world heavyweight champion. So regardless of what it was, so let's see. And Trevor Murdoch did win back the title, so now he's a two-time NWA World Champion, which I think he shouldn't have lost it just that quickly anyway. With him. After the match, he grabbed the microphone and said that he was going to do it, and he did it. But I think this one was in was this in New Orleans or something? I'm not sure. Oh, too late. So Paige did a kind of like a written. It wasn't like written. July 7th is her contract ending with WWE, but she's not going to resign or anything like that. She's just going to part ways. So
Her contract just expired. She's not subject to the 90-day clause, right?
nope.
Okay. I keep forgetting how that works with WWE.
If you're like on the main roster, like with Raw and SmackDown, it's 90 days. If you're in NXT, it's 30 days.
Right, but I'm on expires it. So if you get fired or released from them, as they call it,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to work those days.
Right.
But if your contract just expires, you're free to do what you damn well please, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
We released NXT Star Two Dimes. So the match at in your house pay per view last weekend. So yeah, I was pretty shocked about this one. Like why they letting go. Maybe there'll probably be more news on there later. So let's see. According to Dave Mesner, uh, which he finally gave a 5-star match to both Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins for their match at Hell in a Cell. So the first time in a long time a WWE match got 5 stars. Let's see. According to Dave Mesner, Donovan was released June 11th due to a policy issue. It was not a budget or creative decision, but it was noted that he might be brought back in WWE in a year. Okay. And that is the same like other websites last week. So he was signed in mid March, and in the class also featured Lorenzo, Roxanne Perez, everybody knows who that is, Sloan Jacobs, and Adrian Grace. Yeah, yeah, that's so policy issue. So 30 days. So I'm just kind of lost on that one. They don't get it, but shows what we fans know, right? Seeing like they're making us, something that was crazy and stupid at the same time. So let's see any other news. Let's see. Let's see. A wrestler did announce his retirement from the ring, but I think I know who this is. But I just need to. Okay, the Great Muta that was in WCW and New Japan, and DDT Noah in Tokyo Charles Pro announced he. So after this spring, he's no longer going to compete, and he intends to have 5 more matches before he takes his boots off for good. Interesting. Let's see. He debuted in 1984 in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was going to be the IWP GP heavyweight champion for the promotion of 4 separate occasions. That's cool. Maybe WWE should give him a match pay per view and just have a one match and you know and do that and probably it could be possible that he could be in the Hall of Fame too since he did wrestle for WCW. So that's a possibility. Let's see. Players that have been able to capture the A Japan Pro Wrestling's IWGP heavyweight title and Noah's GAC heavyweight title in his career. He's a 13-time World Tag Team Champion, including 5 from AJPW, uh, 6 in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was a Tag Team Champion, and 1 GAC Tag Team Championship, and also one time for WCW. So he holds a total of 32 championships over the course of his career, featuring a few other wrestlers. Featuring a few other wrestlers can proclaim. Yeah, he did have a good career, and yeah, and I think next year WWE will probably like ask him to the Hall of Fame. Although he never wrestled for WWE, but he wrestled for WCW. Excuse me. So that'd be huge for people like if they, because WrestleMania will be in LA next year. So yeah, that'd be something interesting for WWE to do and should do that. Um, Let's see. So I wonder who this wrestler is. If it's a good wrestler, let's see. Oh, Raven. And just, excuse me. Despite becoming a major player in the original ECW, Raven failed to garner the same momentum during his second run in WWE in the early 2000s. The two-time ECW were a particular set of circumstances that other WWE superstars had also endured. I never really got what I felt was the push I deserved it, and that company failed to work. I did in ECW stand up against anybody's work, anytime, anywhere, ever. Whether it's the work rate, wherever it's psychology, wherever it's matches, wherever it's storylines especially plot-driven, epic, episodic television, because that's what I got into wrestling for. Okay, his first run, of course, he was hardcore champion for WWE. His first run was in 1993, and he was called Johnny Polo. Okay, he was born in '94 and entered ECW in '95, where the sinister psychopathic Raven character was born. The gimmick was a huge success for the organization, which saw major storylines come together with the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer. So he went to WCW in 1997. Oh, he oh, okay. He left WCW in '97. I think he was there in '95 or '96, I believe, or '96 probably. He once again returned to ECW in 1999 before resigning. He was also a former ECW tag champion. Of course, I mentioned he was WWE Hardcore champion. Let's see. He was always on Sunday Night Heat until release in January 2003. Then he continued his career in TNA, now a World Heavyweight Champion. His last recorded match came in February 2020. We teamed up with Justin Crafter in a losing effort against Jason Duggan and J.D. Dalton. Automatic, Atomic, sorry, Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling. And he was also a WCW Light Heavyweight Champion. So he does a weekly podcast, called the Raven Effect. Discusses like topics, pro wrestling, and real live world events. He is due to undergo surgery for a knee replacement and shoulder replacement in the future. Ouch. So he might have done, other shows in the United States and stuff like that. Sorry, those kind of tickling. But maybe they would have brought him back. He probably would have been IC champion or something like that. I could see that. WWE filed trademark for Dirty Dogs and two ring names. I wonder what the two ring names. And I don't think that's how they spell Dirty Dogs. So it's DAWS, not DOGS. DAWS. Unbelievable. So let's see. Okay, Dirty Dogs was one of the names. So what other names there? Hank Walker. Oh, he's a current NXT wrestler. Okay. And the last trademark that WWE filed was for Miles Bourne. Bourne was one of the 14 recruits and performance centers that they announced back in March. Okay. So nothing exciting on that part. So if there's more news. Um Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just like, mm, maybe that would be easier. The news, they didn't even get that right. Not going to look at any W Dark or anything like that. Saturday night event results. Not only sports related, but oh, okay. Okay, so it seems like after her contract expired, Paige is now accepting bookings. The promoters out there are listening to this and may be interested in this. Oh, excuse me. Okay, of course, departing from WWE after over a decade with the company, and it was a crazy decade, both good and bad. Multi-time Divas Champion took to Twitter earlier this week and made a statement. Of course, okay, we know about that one. She changed her Twitter bio. She has now changed her Twitter bio to show that she is now accepting bookings at Saraya Business Inquiry at gmail.com. It'll be interesting to see what projects Paige take on next, as she found success like Twitch. While she was away from actively wrestling, she was doing Twitch. Said they are keeping the door open for her. Both Vince and Johnny said they'll keep the door open, but that's usually what companies say. I do feel if I ever went back, it would make it more special. If WWE ever asked me to do something, it would be that much more special. There's nothing I can do. I wish I could stay longer. WWE doesn't want to resign me. It's not my decision. I don't want anyone to think it's my decision to walk away. Oh, so they didn't want to resign her. That no neck problem or whatever. They should have, WWE. Then again, some incidents and stuff. They're dropping the ball anyway, so they ain't nothing new. So again, it's Saraya Business Inquiry at gmail.com if you want to book page. I'm going to post this on Facebook. Let me go back to, oops, I don't think Facebook with two Ks. I don't think that worked. So copy that. I got a feeling somebody here in Wisconsin is going to book her. Let's just say Blizzard Brawl. Yeah, I can see that coming too. Um, okay, let's go to. Got put in the regular group and of course into the Midwest. Only gonna do in those two because it will spread more as soon as I put it out there. Hey, none has been posted on the group within a few days, so let's change that, shall we? Here we go. Now let's go to the Midwest. Let's see. Stamp. Yeah, I'm also gonna post it on no Wisconsin Fans Speak Out. I know there's promoters on Wisconsin Fans Speak Out too, so maybe she gave him a good price to book her. So we'll see. So there we go.